This board presents a series of findings discovered by Alex Lightman following a previous exploration into the easiest 7 of Hercules' 12 labors. Aesthetically, this presentation works along the principles of the golden section, which, simply speaking, can be constructed as so. A diagonal line is drawn between 2 opposing corners along the longest side. From the remaining 2 corners, 2 lines perpendicular to this diagonal are drawn. The points at which these construction lines intersect are then used to create 2 vertical and 2 horizontal lines, which then form a frame. This frame is the golden section. By using the golden section, Lightman believes the ideas and links can be achieved in a more dynamic way. This is a belief shared with the Greeks, and by making this link, Lightman allows any messages to be more open to a coherent realization. Lightman shows that although his choice of 7 out of the 12 of Hercules' recognized labors seems to be random, there is in fact evidence to suggest that it was somehow delivered through divine intervention. If we look more closely, we can see that he chose the 1st, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th out of Hercules' 12 labors. If we add these numbers, 1, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, and 11, we get 43. Fascinatingly, if we then take 43 and add its numerical components, 4 and 3, we get 7. This, of course, is the number of labors that Lightman chose to recreate. Furthermore, if we then multiply the number 43 by the total number of labors, 12, we get 516. If, as before, the numerical components are added together, 5, 1, and 6, the answer, interestingly, is 12. This again suggests that Lightman's choice was not a random one. Taking all this into account, it definitely seems as if someone is trying to say something. If we move over to this section of the presentation, we can see how Lightman begins to pick apart the message that seems to have been imparted on him by some ethereal force. If we take the name of the first labor, killing the Nemean lion, and then take the 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 9th, 10th, and the 11th letters, we get KLLIHEN. When rearranged, this leaves us with what looks like a message. The message reads, "Hi Ken," signed LL. Upon first reflection, it would appear that the letters LL are irrelevant. As it so happens, this is not the case at all. An exploration into the letter L reveals that it is in fact the 12th letter in the alphabet. Again, the number 12, which is of significance, comes up. This further supports the suggestion that this is more than a petty coincidence. People determined to dismiss Lightman's findings insist that the choice of killing the Nemean lion to find the code is an innocuous one. This is not the case at all, as Lightman goes on to explain. As we look at the top right corner of the piece, we can see a depiction of Lightman's reenactment of the killing of the Nemean lion. As we can see, the compositional placement of the lion in the image happens to fall exactly along the focal point of the golden section. This proves beyond all reasonable doubt the first of Hercules' 12 labors is where the message is to be found. Further to this, when the 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 9th, 10th, and 11th letters of the next of Lightman's choice, the capture of the Cyrenian hind, are taken, there is only one vowel. Hence the message is to be found in the first of his labors. Following this breakthrough, Lightman sought out 7 people with the name Ken, as we can see in this section of the piece. Having dismissed 3 out of the 7, leaving 4, because 4 multiplied by 3 equals 12, very strong links have been realized. Let us take professional snooker player Ken Doherty. In snooker, there are a total of 6 colored balls, the highest of which has the value 7, the number of labors chosen by Lightman to reenact. Taking another Ken, Kenneth Branagh, we see another link. He is well known as an actor for his involvement in Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. In a more subtle observation, Ken from Barbie and Ken is colloquially referred to as a 12-inch doll, again suggesting that there is some hidden connection in this myriad of code. Finally, we come to the most prominent political character of the 4 chosen Kens, Ken Livingstone. With the ancient Greek fascination with political philosophy, Ken Livingstone's involvement with politics would suggest a particularly relevant link. Looking at the second part of the message, LL, this becomes increasingly pertinent. On the Flemish €2 coin, the initials LL are left under the engraving. To emphasize the association further, there just happens to be 12 stars depicted in the European flag on the coin. It would therefore appear that through divine intervention of the Greek gods and the story of Hercules' 12 labors, that pressure must be put on Ken Livingstone and his 3 compatriots, Ken Doherty, Kenneth Branagh, and Barbie and Ken, for Britain to join the Euro. So how does one go about doing this? Having realized this, Lightman shows that the anagram Hi Ken, signed LL, can be rearranged yet again to give the instruction Kill HEN. Upon researching HEN, Lightman has uncovered a metaphor for the transfer from pounds sterling to the euro. HEN, or Homebrew Enabler, is a program from the Sony PSP which allows the execution of homebrew and community mods without the need to downgrade. In other words, by killing the preconception that joining the euro is a downgrade in our economy, and by putting pressure on the Kens, we will join the euro and enjoy much economic prosperity as a nation. So far, there has been no coherent counter-evidence to thwart Lightman's groundbreaking findings.